Originally from Korea, Eric Jung came to Oak Grove last year as a junior and has been in the United States for just 3 years total. Coming in as a new boarding student with limited English, his impressions of Oak Grove were that the school was welcoming, that it felt like a family, and was full of warmth. He was surprised that he felt so much a part of the school and the community so quickly. Now, 2 years later, we can't imagine the senior class without him. He's friendly, funny, respectful, and kind. And I will miss his entrance into the classroom, first thing each morning, with what has become his trademark exclamation, "On time!" And once in a while it's, "Not on time!" This fall he will be attending the University of California at Riverside, majoring in mechanical engineering. Please welcome to the podium, Eric Jung.
Oh, it's freezing. Let's do this. Oh. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
It's about time. This is the moment when I can finally see the fruit of my 2 years at Oak Grove. I'm from one of those Asian countries, Korea. The reason I came to US was to experience a new culture, but also to find a better education in many ways. The Korean education system is very extreme. Students are supposed to go to school by 8 in the morning and stay at school to 10 o'clock at night. After that, they go to tutor. They return home around 2 a.m. and start working on their homework. Then they go to bed around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I felt no hope there. I was a robot following routines. I needed to leave Korea because this was the only education system. There were no other options. So I decided to see how schools in a different country work, and I came to California. My first school in the States was called Squaw Valley. I didn't have a great time there. It was cool to experience an American school, but a lot of things were lacking. First, they never encouraged international students to learn English. Second, they treated students as their bankers. The only difference between this school and my Korean high school was that Squaw Valley had a dormitory. Other than that, I wasn't all that thrilled. So, this is it. This is how I came to Oak Grove. When I first came here in my junior year, I was very immature. I wasn't used to being with a group of people other than my Korean family. I was kind of introverted. I wasn't used to socializing, and I was afraid of speaking English. Language-wise, Oak Grove helped me very much. Oak Grove was especially meaningful because I had to learn the concept of being a member of a bigger family. Since I was a little bit scared of socializing, I was seen as the Asian video gamer at Weston House. Every time I looked sleepy in class, people asked, "What game, Eric?" However, I was helped to overcome my shyness. Second semester of my junior year was total fun. I started talking to dorm parents and my classmates. My English skills really improved, which people don't notice. Even now. This is the privilege of being in Oak Grove. Privilege of opening one's mind to others. Speaking of privilege at Oak Grove, I remember June and Cyrus, 2 guys who graduated from last year. When I first visited, they introduced me to the school. Even though they weren't asked by anyone, June and Cyrus came up to me and talked for an hour about Oak Grove. I never experienced anything like that at any other school. It is so Oak Grove, warm and inclusive. My boarding life was total fun too. Last year, I learned how guys bond when they play video games. This year, I learned how much girls hate. I also learned how to keep my room clean. I remember Marcella, our dorm parent, almost fainted after looking into my room. Sorry, Marcella. I want to thank those who helped me to be here, including my parents and Mr. Krug, who introduced me to this school and the Oak Grove community. I love you guys. I also want to thank Joy and the Besson parents for taking care of me. We often say there are reasons for people to come into our lives. And no matter whether it's good or bad, I, Alice, learned many things from so many people. Oak Grove is my home, and Oak Grove will remain stamped in my heart. I love all of you.